Algeria won, Botswana nil. And if this game was to end at halftime, I would have said Algeria are the greatest team in this AFCON. But it is a game of two halves. And Botswana came out firing in the second. But one thing I can tell you, so far, in terms of a half and a team just playing football, this has been the most exciting game. Because the way Algeria were knocking the ball around in the first half was wild. 72% possession after 30 minutes. I'm like, what are you guys? Like, Botswana are just chasing shadows the entire first half, not the entire game. I was so impressed by Algeria. And if they're going to keep playing like this, they will definitely make it out of the group stage. They have never made it out of the group stage, which to me does not make sense. A team this good does not make sense how they've never made it out of the group stage. They're coached by Ben Stiti, Farid, who, if you guys watched the team profile that I did, explain to you guys that he's had plenty of great managerial jobs. I believe he's still a French Football Federation technical advisor. I believe so. I'm not sure. But there's one of the coaches in this WAFCON, and I think it's him. When you do these profiles and you do research on all these teams and players, sometimes you just confuse them. But I think it's him because he's coached PSG, he's coached Lyon, and even when he was coaching Lyon, they won 4 titles in a row. So he's a very, very good coach. But I don't know who they're going to give the player of the match, but in my opinion, the woman of the match, in my opinion, it's between two people. It's between Dafoe and I want to say Busaha, but Betty was just something else. Woo! The right winger, she was coming all the way to right back to get the ball. The goal that they scored, she's actually the one who made the run. Who got the ball at right back. And then Butaleb, who is supposed to be the striker and left winger, comes and runs all the way to the right wing. They completely were just moving around this Botswana defense. And the movement up front of Butaleb, Busaha, and Betty, the 3 Bs, was just immense, was just amazing. So she makes that run across. Butaleb makes that run, crazy cutback, and Karchouni makes it 1-0 to Algeria. And she took it well with the left foot. One thing I'm realizing about this WAFCON, there's not many players who have a left foot, like a proper left foot. You're seeing many left backs playing with their right, many left centre backs playing with their right. And if I was to start an academy in Africa, I would definitely just make it left-footed. Everyone you have to be able to pass, shoot, cross with your left before you do anything. Because I think that's something that's going to be very valuable. It's the same way in men's football. Everyone is looking for that left centre back, right? Just having a left-footed player, and you don't have to be left-handed to be left-footed. When they're young, you just teach them. You just teach them and you see how it goes. But all in all, Dafoe was amazing. Her range of passing, she controls tempo so well. She reminds me so much of Rodri. I know, I've set the bar high, but she reminds me of Rodri. But I would say even her range of passing might be just a bit more than Rodri. No, not really. But in the context of the game and in the women's game, I'd put her up there. Like, I don't think I've seen someone control the game so much. Maybe Aitana Bonmati, like from that part of the field. But then this lady plays in France, FC Fleury. I think she's played there most of her life. So you can see the influence of just being a tactician in the middle of the park. She's so good and she can run. She's super fit. She has just impressed me so much. And someone else who also impressed me was Gelati. Gelati is the right centre-back for Algeria. Her range of passing is also insane. There's one where she got the ball and did that crossfield, like from her own half, straight into almost the penalty area. And I think it was Butaleb. If she just controls that a bit better, that's in the back of the net. Busaha, who I was really, really looking forward to watching, honestly didn't disappoint. She is a baller. There's a time she was just baiting all the Botswanan players and just conceding fouls. And one of them led to a free kick that then led to a great, great save by the Zambian goalkeeper, Bosija, someone who we said is going to be key for this team. The Botswanan goalkeeper, someone who we said is going to be key for this team. It was just a great free kick, great save. And I think she's also an unsung hero just in this game because her handling was really, really good. Like the way she comes out, she claims for the ball. She has so much command. And honestly, there was a period where if she doesn't show up like that after it was 1-0, Algeria would have scored 2 or 3 just before halftime. And them going into the half 1-0, at just 1-0, was really crucial because then in the second half, they played so much better. They now forced Algeria into mistakes. Also, the thing I love about African football is you can be this beautiful passing game, but I don't think there's any team in African football that can really impose their will for long periods of the game simply because the physicality is so high. And then there's the conditions, the weather. Like, it's not easy. You literally cannot impose like a high press over like 60 minutes straight, right? It has to be like 30-minute spell. I guess that's most of football. But in African football especially, it's way more difficult. Sometimes it's the field. Like when you put in all those factors, it's impossible. You literally can't. And Botswana did so well to come back into this game. I want to give a big shout out to Ghoutia Karchouni. Like the work rate, her work rate in the middle of the park, you'd think she's a defensive midfielder. Yet she's supposed to be one of the attacking midfielders. Tolakele also just really stepped up in the second half. They started the second half well because they started getting set pieces and they realized that's one of the ways that they can actually cause trouble for this team, which they did on a couple of occasions and actually made Ngazi, the goalkeeper, work a bit more. So, yeah, unlucky not to get a goal there. Moloi, Beletsi, and Ghoutia Karchouni for me they really, really, really ran their socks off. Obviously Tolakele as well because she's leading from the front. She has to show that she's in it, and she also leads through her work because sometimes like today she didn't manage to score, but you can tell that whatever she does, the team follows her. So I was quite impressed by the tactical changes made by Alex Malete. I think that's his name, the coach for Botswana. They really, really, really came back for that second half and they really wanted it. And they really nullified Algeria. But Algeria did just enough to win the game. And I feel like this is going to be their first time coming out of the group stage on their 6th appearance, 6th attempt. There are teams that debuted last time around and already made the quarterfinal. These guys have not left the group stage in 6 attempts. I feel like this is the year. This is their year. So looking at their group, they're only second to Nigeria. The next game is against Tunisia, which is going to be a big game. North African derby, and Nigeria take on Botswana. And that is day 2 of WAFCON. We've had plenty of entertainment, and the champions play tomorrow in arguably the game of the round. South Africa taking on Ghana, and we will be here for it. Peace.